One more person. Please look at your teacher. Share a smile. And with gratitude right inside every day, all day long, we say thank you. Take just a moment to be still. If someone were standing around the building, they wouldn't have any idea you're out here. Add those big breaths. It's a great way to start this last Wednesday of this school year and our final Reach Assembly. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to the families who are here, the parents, grandparents, friends of Candeo. Welcome to second grade up behind me. And to all the teachers, once again, thank you for a year well done. I appreciate that. Think about all we've accomplished and what we'll do today. It's just like every other day. So I want you to get ready for that transition. Make it great. And here it is, 1 and 2. Flag is behind us. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please remain standing for second grade, who will be singing America the Beautiful, verses 1 and 3. Thank you. You may be seated. Second grade, please remain standing. You're our next piece. Hello. One more round of applause for second grade and Mr. Baranek. Okay, so we get to hear again from second grade. They get to share their core knowledge, and so we'll hear from the teachers for an introduction.
One of the last social studies units we learned in second grade were civil rights leaders. And civil rights leaders were heroes that stood up for something that they believed in, even though many people disagreed with them, and they had to face violence and anger, but they stood strong. we're going to teach you a few of those heroes today.
Well done, second grade. Thank you for teaching us. We enjoyed it very much, learned something, and one more round of applause for second grade and Mr. Braddock and the second grade teachers. All right, next piece, before we get to our reach portion of our assembly, we'd like to hear from PBO one last time for this year. I think. I just want to say thank you to this group. We have had the most successful year in fundraising without fail with these three ladies at the helm. So I want to thank them. I think they'll tell you a few things about where we came out, but it has far exceeded anything we've done in the past, so I want to thank them. Can you give them a round of applause?
Good morning, Candeo.
Good morning, PBO.
Do you guys think you're amazing?
Yeah.
Did you do some pretty amazing things this year?
Yeah.
Thank you for all your support. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Give yourselves a big clap. When we talked to you and we were going to have that big party with all the parents to raise money. Do you remember what we were raising money for? We were raising money for the teachers, for the teacher fund for Candeo. Because at Candeo, I think you guys know we have the best teachers in the world, huh? And so we worked really hard at that gala to raise all the money we could so that we could give it to Dr. Musser for the teachers. And we set a pretty high goal, and guess what? We did it! We got it! And so we want to present Dr. Musser today with a check for $25,000 for the teacher fund. And also, we have money we've raised from other things this year, and so we are going to be getting over the summer a new shade structure out here. So you guys have smart shade. So we just want to say thank you guys so much for all of your hard work. We're going to be working hard this summer to plan some fun things and some new goals that we can all reach together next year. So have an awesome summer.
They did want some dancing music. Go ahead, Mr. Braddock. They're never short on a dance. I love it. I do want you to know we mean it when we say every dollar goes into the classroom. That is especially for the classroom, for those teachers. So thank you. It helps. It's hard to work with a budget that is so below what other schools can get. And so we make up for it anywhere we can, and you stepped forward. Thank you for that. It helps. Every dollar helps. Thank you. It is the reach portion of our assembly. However, I want to switch it back around to our original order. Do you remember that? Starting with kindergarten. May I have the kindergarten teachers, please? And everybody, we'll make sure they're a great audience all the way through, right?
Good morning, Candeo. Before I announce our Reach Award winners for AM and PM Kindergarten, I wanted to let you, how many of you know Miss McHenry? She's been in your classrooms, on the playground, greeted you when you've come in the morning. She has actually, I don't know if you all know it, she's actually in an education program, and she's starting her student teaching in the fall, but not at Candeo. They placed her someplace else. No! So I want to give her a big round of applause because she has been amazing. And if we're lucky, she'll come back. So Ms. McHenry and I, for our morning kindergarten class, chose a student who, in all my years of teaching, haven't seen many students make this much growth in 1 year, from knowing, absolutely having no background knowledge on many, many things, having not being able to write full sentences, read a book, do addition facts. This student actually can write a 4-sentence paragraph. He got 100% on our end of the year math benchmark. He scored a perfect score on our spelling benchmark at the end of the year. He's done absolutely amazing things and worked so hard for all of them. Liam McNamara. Miss McHenry and I chose for the afternoon class another gentleman who has worked incredibly hard and shown so much growth this year. His writing is outstanding, and the effort he puts forth and how conscious he is in making good choices and setting a good example for others is just amazing, and we are so proud of him. Yosef.
morning, Candeo. Just like Mrs. Dela Cruz, I want to show someone who has made a lot of growth this year. Like she said, kindergarten can be a little tricky. There's a lot that you have to learn. You're learning to read, you're learning to add, you're learning to subtract. You're learning all these different things. You're learning to be a good friend. You're learning to sit on the rug. There's so many things that we come in not necessarily knowing, but that we learn throughout the year. And I wish that I could give my rich word to every single one of my students because they've all made so much growth this whole year. But the one person that stands out that has helped other friends who's probably not expecting it, but has made that growth this whole year, and has just been an example and who loves learning now is Gunnar Bruce.
For my last Reach Award, this student, she's been deserving of this from the beginning of the school year. Every single day she comes to school with a smile, greets me with a hug. She's always smiling, always happy. Her heart is just pure. She loves learning. She comes to school often with things that she's learning outside of school to share with us. She's respectful to everybody. She's always willing to help out. She gives she gives her best 100% of the time. Kalina, where are you? Kalina Karita, this is for you.
Good morning, Candeo.
Good morning, Mrs. Holt.
So my very last Reach winner for this year, I'm so sad to see my very first Candeo class move on to second grade, but I'm so proud of all the growth that each and every one of them have made. But my May Reach Award winner is someone who has made huge gains throughout the year. For some students, first grade is the first time that they go to school all day long. So for my friends that were in half-day kinder, it's a big change at the beginning of the year. And this student was really nervous at the beginning of the year, and I've seen him grow academically, but also socially and just as a little person. I love how he is willing to share his learning now, and he's so excited to tell me about what he's doing in school and out of school, and that student is Jacob Osborne.
Good morning, Candeo.
Good morning, Mrs. Simpson.
Thank you very much. So again, this is very hard to do because it's the last one, so I was looking for someone that could stand out and show me reach all across the board. This student has great respect. Every time I give her something, she'll say thank you. When she has to go to the bathroom, she'll say, may I? She's just very respectful and has great manners. One of her friends needed a partner, and she's like, I'll do it. I don't want her to be alone. So that just showed how much she cared and showed heart. So this student has worked so hard. She's shown a lot of effort and growth over the year, and I would love to give it, I think it's time. Yes, it's time for a Hannah Park hug.
Good morning, Candeo.
Good morning, Mrs. Taylor.
Thank you for that. I can't even believe it's the last one of our year. How has it gone so fast? To my class as a whole, thank you so much for this year. You have made each Reach Award so incredibly hard to pick because if I could stand up here and talk about each one of you, I would. And there would be so much to say. But for this month, I was able to decide on one friend, and I'm so excited to tell you about him today. When I first met this friend, and we were sitting, reading our book before school had even begun, he said, do you really think that I can do it? Do you think I can become a great reader this year? And I said, I know you can
it because you've already put in the effort this summer. You're ready to work hard this year and you never give up. And each day he's come in with that same attitude. How can I improve? How do I get better? How do I make my friends' days better? And he cares not only about his own growth, but about the growth of those around him. The other thing that he asked that day when he was about to leave is his mom said, is there anything else you want your teacher to know? And he said, well, 2 things. First thing is, can I hug my teacher? And the second thing is, can we take a picture with her? And so, that friend, Gavin McCoy, we can take a picture again today.
Good morning, Candeo. I'm gonna miss all your faces and smiles and hugs the next couple of months, but I'll be back. I want to tell you a little bit about my last Reach Award winner for the month of May. She's been helpful all year, but this last month she's really turned on Reach. With her attitude, mostly her effort is what's really been standing out as of lately. She's been improving in reading, math, writing, helping other students. In the month of May, in 2nd grade, Mr. B's class, the Reach Award goes to Melania Fitt.
Good morning, Candeo. All right, before I give this award, I just want to take a second to brag on my class. I've handed out, I think, 20 Reach Awards, and over the past 2 years, I've been able to choose a different kid every single time. So I think that speaks volumes to who those kids behind me are, and if I could do 3 more, trust me, I would. I'd be up here giving one to every single one of my kids. It's going to be hard to see them go. But this month I wanted to recognize a boy that came new to Candeo this year, and every single day he shows Reach. It's just a part of who he is. He's respectful, he has a heart of gold, and he always shows his best effort, and I'm so proud of Logan Ferret.
Good morning, Candeo. The student that I'm recognizing for our May Reach Award has a heart that is giant. The love that she has for the staff at Candeo, her teachers, her peers, her family, it's endless. Her love is never ending. She handles situations with grace and kindness every single time. But what really stood out to me this month for this student, as we wrap up our end of the year grades and data, the growth of this student is exceptional. It didn't come, though, easy to her. She put in hard work every day, and she always had a cheerful attitude, ready to work hard with a smile on her face. Sydney Liebert's for you.
One more round of applause for this lovely group of people. Thank you, teachers, and thank you, kids, for your example. I appreciate it so much. You may go back to your lovely spot over there. We'll call you back up at the end. And now we have 3rd through 5th.
Good job, Ina. I like you.
This is a bittersweet moment. As all the teachers said, it's yeah, it's really exciting. My first group, I was listening to Miss Bannock, my first group from Candale and Mrs. Hall are now going to be seniors in high school. So, right next year. So it's been a long road, and I'm super proud of every moment, every day, every Reach Assembly to honor and recognize a student. Kind of think about a million adjectives to describe this student, and it's kind of like no word would ever match what this person's done this year. I'd have to say my biggest inspiration for just knowing this student was the writing. In the beginning of the year, it was really challenging, and when I would have to talk to the student about editing and revising and opening herself up to really become a better writer, it was hard. It was tears, and just not sure of how to kind of navigate this new world of multi-paragraphs and using adverbs and adjectives and kind of like making complex sentences. And then the last essay she wrote, a narrative on a horse. It was simply outstanding. I would probably say 4 pages of just excellence. From where she started to where she is now, it's just incredible. And to watch her grow again, when she makes that leap to being a senior in high school, I will be rooting for her every step of the way. So congratulations to Adriana Sims.
Hey, for Mrs. Kingston and Dr. Hudak's class, we had 4 of you that we were thinking of. And it really came down to the consistency behind what this student put forth this year. And 3rd grade is challenging for all of you. But sometimes life gives you some obstacles you have to work through. And it's up to you to decide how you're going to work through those. Are you going to let those obstacles make you better and stronger? A better learner, a stronger learner. And sometimes those obstacles in the long run make you better and better and better, or they can bring you down and frustrate you and put you in a place where you make no growth. But this student looked at those obstacles and worked very hard this year in ways that I don't know that I've ever seen students overcome some of these obstacles. And so before I tell you who that is, Dr. Hudak's going to share just a couple more things about this student.
I wish we had a P for perseverance, because there's efforts, and effort is working hard all the time, which she does. But P for perseverance, perseverance is no matter what. You could be crying through a test and you put your head down and you knock it out of the park. I don't know that I've ever seen somebody persevere as much as this young lady has. So in email communication with Mom, we went back and forth, and last night, because I was a little late in getting the information out, thankfully. She's a mom who checks her stuff. Her daughter asked about 5 minutes before I emailed and said she was wondering if she would be getting it, because it would certainly be fitting for her to get the Reach Award because it is in May. And her mother said, "Oh, honey, I haven't heard anything." And 5 minutes later, she got the alert. So, Sadie Mae Pukta, come on down.
Well, Dr. Hudak there just took my words, pretty much. Perseverance is what I would use to describe this student. 3rd grade can be quite challenging, and this student rose to those challenges. Never once did she ever give up here at school. She worked hard and really got up to grade level in her reading. I've been so proud to see this student work through her challenges this year. That is Emmy Chase.
students who can always be counted on to show reach every single day. The student chosen to win the May Reach Award is one of those students. I can always count on this young man to show a great example for others, no matter where we are or what we are doing, and to show kindness to his peers. As usual, I'm looking for improvement as well. This student has shown a great deal of improvement, especially in the effort he puts in toward his studies. I have had the pleasure of watching this gentleman develop as a critical thinker, a reader, and a writer. He was a little uncomfortable at first about sharing his opinions, ideas, and answers. Now, he's an avid participant. Oliver Farley, congrats on winning the Reach Award. I'm so proud.
I always tell my students, I wish I could have been a student at Candeo, and I just can't tell you how much I've loved 4th grade this year. I've been in 3rd forever, and I so much enjoyed the content and teaching these students. They were just fabulous, and I loved every moment of this year. But for my last Reach winner, I've written a little letter. Dear Reach winner, I'm so proud of the work you have done all year. You've come to school with a thoughtful mind and desire to work hard and improve, and a kind, friendly heart for those around you. You've consistently showed reach throughout the year, each and every month. I've saved this award for you, the person who quietly challenges herself to be better. You've watched many others receive this award, but now it's your turn, because this last award of the year is for the student who shows the most patience, endurance, perseverance, and consistent reach qualities all year long. I've truly enjoyed watching you grow and become independently successful. And I thank you for having the most beautiful handwriting that is such a pleasure to read. I proudly give this last Reach Award to Alexa Bear. All right, so 4th grade,